I know a trans woman who has had her downstairs done, and she's told me about dates that she's gone on with men. With these men, she has done everything that there is to do, and the men didn't know. First and foremost, that is a testament to modern medicine that it's even possible for that to happen. But it's also an interesting quandary because at that point, what are you even really disclosing? What is there to disclose? There's no deception. When you're dating someone, you don't have to disclose every single thing about yourself up front. That's the fun of it. You get to learn about someone new. If you're in a relationship with someone for long enough, of course it's going to come up, probably sooner rather than later. When you trust someone, you can tell them. I personally put it on my dating profile, but not everyone does, and that's okay. Our transness is not the only thing that defines us. I'm currently in electrolysis. You can't see it, but I'm getting zapped follicle by follicle. It is deeply painful. I do this every single week for multiple hours. For anyone who's interested in switching from a blank to a blank, this is what it takes. So yes, I am going to do it, and I'm very excited about it. I've always been interested in women, but when I did transition, I became more open to dating a non-binary person, specifically a feminine non-binary person, because not all non-binary people are androgynous.
What does any of that mean? Honestly, we don't know.
Now, I will admit that I do agree with Lily Tino, who we just heard from in the first clip, that you don't have to disclose every single thing about yourself right when you start dating a person. However, I think it's kind of important that you disclose the fact that you are a dude who decided to lop off his, you guys know what I'm talking about.
My meat and tubage, my twig and berries.
Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and very crazy Clown World update for you guys today, and as usual, we have, well, very little time to waste. So let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So this is former CDC vaccine director Dmitry Daskaluskis, or something like that. Anyway, Dmitry recently resigned from his position at the CDC in protest to RFK Jr.'s stance on vaccines. However, it is no big loss to the CDC because Dmitry doesn't think that it's only women that can get pregnant. Therefore, he calls them pregnant people. If you don't believe me, check this out.
Meanwhile.
But back to the question, I had for my entire career been an advocate for the LGBTQ community through my work in HIV, through my work in MPOX. I find it outrageous that this administration is trying to erase transgender people. I very specifically used the term pregnant people and very specifically added my pronouns at the end of my resignation letter to make the point that I am defying this terrible strategy by trying to erase people and not allowing them to express their identities. So I accept the note from the press secretary and counter that with, I don't care.
He's a fan.
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I just wanted to let you know that I started a Give, Send, Go page a few months ago to try to fight back against this crazy YouTube censorship and suppression, and ultimately try to keep this channel alive. So if you're interested in helping me fight that fight, I will put a link to that in the description box below, as well as the pinned comment. And with that being said, we're going to keep it moving with this clip of Dinosaur Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who says that Trump needs to be removed from office per the 25th Amendment because he is unfit and there is something wrong with him. Now, keep in mind, we just went through 4 years of a president who literally didn't know where the f*** he was half the time, and these people didn't say shit. Roll it.
Very aggressively. It is not about, lingering and trying to think that maybe the courts will help us. I want, even though I know it may not happen, the cabinet that he's appointed, a bunch of his sycophants who probably won't do what I would recommend. It is time to call for Article 25 of the Constitution of the United States of America to determine his unfitness. to determine that something's wrong with this president. And I would suggest that we move very aggressively to talk about the danger to this country and to our democracy and not play around with this, because this is absolutely one of the most destructive things that this president could do.
Congresswoman Wasserman Schultz, I mean, your take on this, because I think it's jarring to hear Congresswoman Waters say it's time for the 25th Amendment, but I mean, presidents have been impeached for much less.
And there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Now, we're going to jump back to the CDC vaccine director resigning that I was talking about just a minute ago and RFK Jr.'s stance on vaccines. Now, listen to this lady. This is a direct result of mainstream media propaganda and brainwashing, and it's bad. Oh, it's real bad. Roll it.
Everything is terrible and the idiots are in charge. I had to write to the NIH to ask if I should get a new COVID vaccine because they're taking away the COVID vaccine soon. They're talking about it, but they're talking about doing it fast. So I want to get the vaccine before they do that. And they said, yes, I should definitely get the vaccine. That will be my 7th COVID vaccine. I have gotten 7 COVID vaccines. I had to go through my history because my doctor's what is she? What's her official title? I don't know. She's a doctor, but she's not like my doctor. She's like down here. Asked me if I got my RSV, and I honestly couldn't remember. So I was trying to look it up in CVS, and I couldn't find it in CVS. And so I had to go through my conversation history with Kat to find it. But then CVS would load it, and I found out I got it on Valentine's Day. And I'm just looking at my history of vaccinations, and it's crazy. This would make, if an anti-vaxxer saw the list that I'm looking at right now of vaccinations, I have COVID, flu, RSV, flu, HIV, polio, Tdap, MMR, shingles, hepatitis A, flu. That's crazy. Oh, polio. That's so many. HPV. Yeah, so many. Well, they would just freak out.
What did you say?
That will be my 7th COVID vaccine.
Are you fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
Now, before I play this next clip, I just want to say something real quick. In the last video, I played a couple of clips that were critical of President Trump, and rightly so. And a few of you guys got very upset in the comments and said you could no longer watch these videos or support this channel. Now, if you're at a point in your life where you get that upset by someone criticizing a politician, regardless of who it is, you, not me, you have lost the plot. Anyway, next up we have this slightly rotund young lady who says she thinks she's better than any of us that voted for President Trump. Roll it.
And you think you're better than me because you didn't vote for Trump? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm 100% better than you. I have a moral compass. I'm clearly more intelligent. I have not only media literacy, but just literacy.
I've got more chins than a Chinese phone book.
And next up we have this young fella named Tristan, whose parents must be raging shitlibs because he's always going viral for spewing shitlib propaganda. Now here he's going to try to convince everybody that it's white people that are actually committing all the crimes, not black people. Someone may want to educate him on what per capita means. Roll it.
If you seriously believe the 13% of the population and 50% of the crime, you need to get fact-checked, and I'm about to do it to you. In 2016, white people committed 70% of the convicted crime, and black people only committed 27%. Then in 2017, white people committed 68% of the reported crime, and black people only committed 26% of it. And in 2024, white people committed 53% of the reported crime, while black people only committed 25%. So this narrative on 13% of the population, 50% of the crime is wrong. You know who actually commits 50% of the crime? White people. Bullshit. But guess what stat black people are 13% of the population and 50% in? Exonerations. You know, when they're wrongly convicted. All you're doing by spreading this fake fact is allowing more people to profile and be racist towards black people. You know what's the highest percentage of people who are victims of white people? Black people. And if you look at all the shootings, guess who are the shooters? White dudes. So let's all think long and hard on who actually commits 50% of the crime.
You know, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong. I mean, nothing you've said has been right.
Now, there is not one white neighborhood in this country that I would feel unsafe going to. However, there are plenty of neighborhoods in places like Memphis, Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New Orleans that it would be very unsafe for me to go to. And I'll let you go ahead and take a guess why. I'll give you a hint. It's not because of white people. Anyway, real quick, we don't have any sponsors for today's video. If you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you.
Put my mask on, wear it everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Put your mask on.
Well, I'm going to take this damn mask off.
And next up, we have this lovely lady who goes on a racist rant for about 3 minutes, but I'm going to cut it down to about a minute or so for the sake of time. Now, she actually says that white fatigue is real. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Roll it.
To the white bitch that has said something about slap your mama this evening, y'all are always inserting yourself in places where no one fucking wants y'all raggedy, musty, milk-faced looking asses, bitch. We don't fucking want you around us. Stop giving us your opinion about shit that we got going on, okay? We don't want you around us. We don't give a about your opinion. We don't give a what you do. You are unseasoned, unfiltered, and uncultured. Bitch, you're paste. Go somewhere. Jump off of a fucking cliff. Eradicate you guys yourselves. Nobody likes you. Nobody wants to be the around you. White fatigue is so fucking real. Bitch, we are tired of you guys. You white people give one thing to society, and that's hatred. You guys have taught everybody else how not to like you or anything that you represent. Okay? That is why everything that's cultured bothers y'all unseasoned, unfiltered, milk-made, pasty, mayonnaise-filled asses.
Bitch, you racist.
Now that black woman was just calling white people all sorts of racially insensitive names, and it didn't bother me a bit. I could care less. But if a white person says one specific word to a black person, they collectively lose their minds. How does that make sense? Anyway, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of DEI Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett proving to everybody that she is nothing but a fake fraud and a phony with this before and after clip. Anyway, things are clearly getting very, very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
First of all, it's good to see you in the new year. You know, no one could have told me that when I went down to Austin, now it looks like a little bit over a year ago, that I would be running for Congress.
Maybe because these people, they are crazy, because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. Yeah, you ain't got to believe me. Just go Google. You'll find some of it. I'm telling you, and the wives is being messy and petty. They putting it in.
I'm telling you, I'm going to drop the N-bomb if I have to.
2, 10, 12, 15. Oops, stepping on a... It's black. Anyway.